Alright, what's up? This is Aztec 101 in the ring. Real quick, just want to do a little breakdown. Um, this video is inspired by 78 Sports TV's video. You guys can go check it out. I'll put the link in the description box. Go watch that video first, okay? Now, the part that inspired me in that video was the blacklist, the list. Alright? I wanted to know. I really looked at that as in a problem-solving state of mind. Like I'm not trying to break it down. I'm not trying to pick it apart for any particular reason other than to try to see how to fix the problem. You know what I mean? The point that he was trying to make in his video, I'm not. This is not a response video, okay? This is not anything like that. I was just inspired by the list and the points that he was making on the list. Like, a lot of these fighters on this list are highly qualified, highly entertaining fighters in their division, and they're either not getting a shot, or when they are mentioned in front of, maybe possible Floyd Mayweather contender type shit, they always say, "Oh, well, this person isn't selling. This person doesn't bring views. That person won't. Who's he fought?" type shit, right? And yeah, I really wanted to look at this. I really wanted to see, like, what the fuck is going on. Why is it that these young fighters like Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Kell Brook, you know, even a Demetrius Andre, why aren't they getting a shot with the big names, right? That's what I wanted to see. And real quick, I just pretty much took the list that 78 Sports TV came up with, or just used the photos that he had on his video and what he was talking about. In a sense, maybe I added a fighter or two, but I also wanted to compare how often they're fighting in 2 years. Compare them with the big names. Alright? So compare those on the blacklist with the big names. And I'm trying to find the reason. Why is it that, one, they're not generating the same amount of views, or they're not competing? Like, they're not even in the same ballpark. There was one huge factor that I noticed, and that's inactivity. All right, now this is not the end-all be-all, but this is my point of view. I really think that inactivity has been hurting a lot of these fighters on that list. Alright, they've been hurting a lot of these fighters on that list. To be honest, I think it's probably the number one reason why these fighters are not mainstream. The number one reason is their inactivity. And I'm looking at this and I'm disappointed. I'm fucking disappointed that these young fighters are fighting less in 2 years than the big names. And I don't know what is it that's going on. Is it that they're waiting and just waiting for the opportunity, or is it that their promoters aren't getting them into the fights? I don't know what the reason is, but the problem is their inactivity. For example, we'll take two fighters, or let's take three. Austin Trout, James Kirkland, Demetrius Andre, right? All in the same division. There's two fighters that are the biggest names at 154. All right, there's Saul Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather. Okay? Saul Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather. Now, Austin Trout fought once in 2014, twice in 2013. Alright, so in 2 years, he's fought 3 times. 2 years, he's fought 3 times. Demetrius Andre, same thing. In 2 years, he's fought 3 times. James Kirkland has only fought once in the past 2 years. Now, if you look at the big star, Saul Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather, they both, as of today, have fought twice. I mean, 4 times in the past 2 years. 4 times in the past 2 years. Meaning that these superstars are fighting more often than the ones coming up, and I think that's the biggest problem in boxing. The biggest problem in boxing. Uh, you have Triple G fighting 6 times in 2 years. You know, Keith Thurman is fighting 4 times in 2 years. Not bad. It's not bad. But it's not. It doesn't help that in 2013 you fought 3 times, and in 2014 the year isn't over, so you may fight at the most twice this year. So your activity is going down as you're getting closer to a shot. That doesn't make sense. Stay active. You got to fight more often, and this is fucking everything up. I shouldn't be waiting once a year for a fucking Keith Thurman fight. Like, those are the fights that you want to have happen 3-4 times a year until people get it and realize it. Like, this guy is a monster. Sean Porter, not bad. He's not bad. He's fought 5 times in the past 2 years. But the same thing. It's the activity level is going down. He goes from fighting 3 times last year to only twice this year. You got like Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo, very impressive, 7 fights in 2013, right? But in 2014, he fights only twice. What the fuck is that? You gotta stay active. I think the biggest problem is that if Bernard Hopkins is fighting more often than you, or you're fighting as often as Bernard Hopkins, you need to step your game up. All right. Leo Santa Cruz has 5 fights in the past 2 years. Timothy Bradley has one of the most impressive resumes in 2013, beating both Ruslan Provodnikov and Juan Manuel Marquez in the same year. And then losing to Manny Pacquiao in 2014, but still. Went 12 rounds with Manny Pacquiao, put up a competitive fight, and he's got one of the most impressive resumes there. Manny Pacquiao has fought only twice, but these are big names. These are the names. When you got Sean Porter, Kell Brook, Keith Thurman fighting nearly as many times a year as the Floyd Mayweathers and Pacquiao and Bradleys and all that, that's a problem. That's a problem. So when you wonder, why is it that these fighters are not getting a shot? It has a lot to do with people don't know about them. People don't know about them because they're not fighting often. And that's it. They're not fighting often. And I think they need to stop waiting and fishing for the big fight. I don't give a shit if you're fighting bums. Just put on a good show. Put on a good fight. Let's see Keith Thurman more often. I want to see 2015. I want to see all these fighters move up to 4 to 3 fights that year. There's no reason why they should do any less. It's not like they're making the money to just sit back and wait 6-7 months for the next fight. Fuck that. Put in 4 fights. Especially the young fighters. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand it. You guys tell me what you think. This is Aztec 101 in the ring, and I'm out.